Hi children, welcome back to the lesson The Moon. So far we discussed all aspects about the moon and as well as we discussed about the natural satellites and artificial satellites and their uses. We learned it is a revision what about we learned, right? So now the moon is the nearest neighbor to the space, nearest neighbor in the space. So moon is very near to the earth, so that they call like that. It is nearer by 3 lakhs 84,000 kilometer away, right? If you travel in a train without stopping, then it takes 6 months to reach the moon. Okay, so that is the distance between moon and the earth, right? So here when you look into the moon, some interesting points are there. Moon is a lifeless place, right? And on the moon you could able to see the craters. Already we learned craters are nothing but the bowl like the bowl shaped ditches that are present on the moon are called as craters, right? These are made by the large rocks falling on the moon, right? And some craters are maybe kilometer wide. And if you look at the moon on the full moon day, what happens, we can see the light and darkness. The darkness is because of plains, and whatever the lighted one, they are nothing but mountains. Okay, and we can see them clearly with the telescope. Okay, now come to the movement of the moon. Here when you look at this picture, the movement of the moon, however, the when moon rotates around the earth, it's one surface only exposed to us, and another surface will be uh, we unable to see the next surface, right? Now look at this. The moon revolves around the earth, we know that, and it is a natural satellite. Here uh, a satellite is a thing which revolve around the planet, and uh, the moon rotates around the earth, so that we can get different phases of the moon, different phases of the moon. And remember, it takes 30 days to complete one rotation around the earth. It takes 30 days to complete one round around the earth. So while it is moving, we could able to see the shapes of the moon. So here the changing shapes of the moon is called as phases of the moon, right? So here full moon, no moon, new moon, half moon and full moon, three phases will be there because of the position that is right light reflecting by the moon. Okay, now if you look at this picture, look here. When it is in the middle of sun and earth, when it is middle of sun and earth, then we'll get new moon day. Means actually this side is the brightness and this is the shadowness. So whenever shadow falls on the moon, shadow place appears from the earth, we unable to see the moon because it is the shadow, right? And moon is non glorious, means non luminous, it unable to glow itself, right? So that's why it is darker place, and we call it as new moon day. That moon is not visible in the sky. Whereas when moon is rotating, it came here, and half of the moon will be seen from this area, right? So this is what we call half moon visible, right? And next when it comes here, here the sun rays are falling on this surface and we could able to see this. So this is what we call full moon day. So new moon day, half moon day and full moon day. So this is the beginning of the week, first week. In the second week we could able to see, 1 week later we could able to see the half moon, and in another week at the end we could see the full moon, right? And it reverses again. Here conditions on the moon. Here conditions, the moon is 1 by 4th in size, means very less size, smaller size when compared to earth. And gravity, the pulling force of the material is called gravity. Gravity is near about 1/6 that on the earth, means 6 times less when compared to earth. The gravity is 6 times less on the moon. So that if you could able to jump 1 meter height on the earth, on moon you could able to jump with that same force 6 meters height, right? And as well as if your weight is 30, means we have to divide it with the 6. We have to divide it with the 6. When you divide with the 6, then it become 5, so 5 kilograms. Why? Because 6 times less is there, so we should do this division with the 6. Okay. And as well as some interesting points about the moon, that is, it has smaller gravity so that no air will be there, atmosphere is absent. When atmosphere is absent, since there is no atmosphere on the moon, look here, uh, day day sorry the side facing the moon becomes boiling hot, and the side that is away from the sun, they become freezing cold. Means one side will be very hot, one side will be cold. And here what you call, here the moon is very quiet place because it have nothing, there is no air, so no living thing will be available on the moon. And as well as when there is no atmosphere, the sound do not travels, sound require air to travel. When there is no air, we unable to listen the sound, so we unable to make a sound on the moon. So these are the conditions on the moon. There is no air, there is no life, there is no sound, there is one side is very hot, one side is very cool. So these are the conditions of moon. Okay, next come to exploration. How do the scientists they made their researches on that? So in 1961, Yuri Gagarin, actually he visited the space, that's it. Outer than the earth surface he entered into the space, but not to the moon. Whereas 8 years later, in 1969, an American spacecraft Apollo 11 is landed on the moon. And here Neil Armstrong is the Neil Armstrong and his friend Edwin Aldrin. Already I posted you the photos of them, right? So both of them they landed, but first Neil Armstrong he stepped on it. Few seconds or few minutes later, Edwin Aldrin he walks on the moon, right? So after 1972, no one went on to the moon, so no further manned flight is went to the moon, right? So this is the diagrammatic scheme where the Apollo 11, they send the Apollo 11 towards the moon, right? And now come to interesting topic, that is eclipse. Eclipse are nothing but blocking of the either sun or blockage of the moon. So blocking of these satellites and planets are called as eclipse, right? So for example, if you stand to the sunlight, then there is a missing this area don't have any light, so where there is no light it is called as shadow, right? Where there is no light it is called shadow. Like that, the shadow will be appear either on the moon or earth, will causes eclipse, right? When we then have lunar eclipse, sometimes shadow of the moon falls on the earth. See here, sometimes the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. Shadow of the earth, see, shadow of the earth falls on the moon, it is called lunar eclipse. Why? Because when shadow of the moon falls on, shadow of the earth moon falls on the moon, then we are unable to see the moon here. Okay, so lunar eclipse. If the shadow of the moon appears on the earth, it is solar eclipse, right? Let us see how do they form. Lunar eclipse will form on full moon day, definitely on full moon day, that to night time it appears. So in lunar eclipse, the position of the earth is in the center, in between sun and moon. So whatever the shadow of the earth is there, it falls on the moon, and moon become invisible. The shadow blocks the moon here, maybe fully blocks or otherwise partially block. If it block partially, it is called partial lunar eclipse. If it blocks totally, it is called total or complete lunar eclipse. Okay, now total or complete lunar eclipse, right? So after few minutes or minutes to hour, due to their rotation, the eclipse went off. right? And next, solar eclipse. Here in lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon, so that moon is blocked. And whereas in solar eclipse, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth, so whatever the area the shadow fallen, the people who are living at this area, they are unable to see the sun, because the sun shadow is blocking, the moon shadow is blocking the sun here, right? So that we are unable to see the sun, the people who are living here, right? So this is what we call solar eclipse. Why? Because we are unable to see the sun. If we are unable to see the moon, it is lunar eclipse. If you are unable to see the sun, it is solar eclipse, right? It is total solar eclipse, and sometimes it gets partial solar eclipse, right? So that is about eclipse. And next come to artificial satellites. Here an artificial satellite named Sputnik 1 was launched by Russia on 4th October in 1957. The first satellite is the Sputnik 1. It is launched by Russia in October. And later, our Indian satellite has launched GSAT 12, was launched on 15th July 2011. Right? And look here, satellites, they are launched for different purposes. For example, communication satellite like GSAT 12, it is a communication, means telephone signals and etc. See, telephone conversations and telephone programs will be taken by the communication satellite like GSAT 12. And even we sent weather satellites, which gives us forecast and broadcast about that, right? And it also show the TV programs about the cyclones and etc. It will be give, right? And next, come to remote sensing satellites. Here remote sensing satellites, the name itself indicating it can able to give the photographs of earth and to study the features of the earth's surface. And whereas resource sat, right? Here resource sat 2 resource sat 2 is the remote sensing satellite. Here we learned that GSAT is communication satellite, and resource sat 2 is the remote sensing satellite launched by India on 20th April 2011. India also launched world's first educational satellite, that is EduSat, right, in September 2004. It is used to send the educational program all over the India, even remote villages also. So satellites are also used to study outer space. They have helped to increase our knowledge of the planet and the stars. So this is GSAT 12, which is called communication satellite. Resource sat 2, it is remote sensing satellite. And rocket launching, PSLV, polar satellite launching vehicle, right? Aryabhatta is the India's first satellite. Okay, so this is about our lesson, the moon. I hope you enjoyed. In the next session we'll discuss question and answer.